Hello, I'm Arran. Now, I'm back again. It's been, I don't know, quite a long time since I've done a review. But I'm back again, and I have an absolute ton of stuff to review. A ton of stuff, including a few things that have come recently, which I'm not going to tell you about. But I'm going to show you the box now. It is on my turntable, which is quite slow, and it is a little bit noisy. So here's the front with the Ninjetti figure. Here comes the side with the half the face on the side. Let it turn towards you a bit more so you can see it. So there's the face on the side, and on the back, as you can see when it hits round to you in a second, it has a picture of JDF doing a pose with a special effects piece. And on the other side, when it gets round to you, you get the other side of the face with the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers logo, which is absolutely fantastic. And this is by Tom Wayland as well. They have a new person doing their artwork at the moment, which you'll see in later on in the next couple of reviews. So again, here's Tommy in the box. Got all of his accessories. So yeah, I'll take it out of the box and show you now. So here is JDF White Ninjetti figure out of the box. Looks absolutely fantastic. Civilian head they've nailed. You're about to see his side, which looks again absolutely fantastic. And one of the things I love about this is the kind of creases they've given the suit to make it look as though they've been fighting in it. And here comes the back of him. There's, from what I could see on mine, there's no quality control issues either, whereas I know on some of them there have been. I love the arm cuffs as well, with the diamonds and that on it. And you're about to see a good look at his head again. Now, it looks just like him, I think. Well, to me it does. Now, I've seen things where people have said that it's just... After watching interviews with JDF and certain other Rangers that wore these Ninjetti suits, it wasn't the stunt team, it was actually them. But the detail on the suit or the Ninjetti suit and stuff, absolutely fantastic. Love the kind of material flowing thing that he has on the back of him. I don't know what you call the thing on the back of his head, to be honest, that's tying the top of it to his head. Now, there's no... I'll wait until it comes around again, actually. So there is no power coin or morpher on the belt, as you will see in a minute, because there never was on these suits. And but they do have the power coins on their chest, which I think is great. And another thing which I've actually just realised about these is they're pinless figures. They don't have the pins that you have on the old Lightning Faction figures. And so they wore these suits originally when you first saw them in the 1995 movie, but then in, I think, end of season 2, beginning of season 3, they got these powers and they wore the exact same suits in the actual TV show. But yeah, very, very happy with him, and the eyes on this, as you will see in a minute, actually do look like JDF, not like. But anyway, onto the accessories. So, I'm going to show you the accessories now. Now this is the effects piece, kind of kicking effect. Now I love the iridescent kind of look to this thing. It looks absolutely amazing. Sorry guys, I did just drop it, but I caught it. And what actually happens is you put the figure in there, so it then looks as though it's doing the kind of effect. But there's one thing I think with these things is, put it down for a minute before I move on to the next one, is they never did this kind of effects piece in the show or in the movie, so I've found it kind of weird that they included this, but I think they felt like they had to, because every other Lightning Faction figure we've ever got has had an effects piece. So I think they've just included that to kind of make it go with the continuity. So I'm now going to pick up the first head, which sounds really weird me saying that. So here he is. Here's the JDF civilian head, which looks absolutely amazing. It has this little headband going around it. And I actually think it does look like him as well. But this I actually really do think looks like him. And I'll turn it around so you can see the back, if I can hold it. There you go, there's the back of it with the back of his hair and the kind of, I don't know what it's called, but I'm going to call it a tassel, because don't know the actual name, so yeah, so they've nailed the detailing, but what I will say, I'll tell you one thing that does help is if you warm the figures up. That helps, because it kind of makes the plastic a bit more flexible. So I'll tell you a thing that Bruno said in one of his recent reviews is, when you first get these figures, the plastic is cold, so it's more stiffer. So he always says warm the neck joints and hands and that up. And that always works. But anyway, on to the next one. Now this head comes in 2 different pieces, so I'm going to do it in 2 different pieces. So this is the masked up Tommy with the face mask on, or face mask covering I should say, and the bandana on, which again I think looks perfectly like JDF, and it just looks absolutely phenomenal. And also I love the white. They've absolutely nailed the white. One thing I will say with this though, because I've had my fair share of white things over the years, is make sure it's not in the sun, because it will get sun damaged and it will turn kind of this yellowy colour. You don't want that. There is a way you can fix that, but I'm not. And this is kind of to go along with that head, this is kind of the neck scarf kind of thing that you put on as well. Now with this, you actually put it on the ball joint before you put the head on. So you need to put this on before you pop the head on. Whereas this actually hides the ball joint. So yeah, make sure you put this on first. And So yeah, I'm actually just going to show you one hand, because the 2 hands you get with this are pretty much doing the same thing. It's kind of a karate chop hand, which normally I would hate, but with kind of with the Ninjetti figures, and so this one I'm okay with. But with other figures, I hate it when you get the karate chop hands all the time. But again, no QC issues with my figure, which I'm like, yeah, this is the JDF Ninjetti figure. What I will do very quickly is I will pop the civilian head on and show you. So, I'm back with the Ninjetti figure with the civilian head on, the Ninjetti JDF figure. Civilian head looks fantastic on him. Absolutely fantastic. Again, as you can see by the design on the arm cuffs and that, looks fantastic. And the way the ponytail hangs at the back is also fantastic. Now, the one thing I do wish Hasbro would have done is maybe given you a possible stand, because I know they have started doing stands, but then I have a load of stands here, so I can use those. And he is kind of balancing on one foot at the moment, because we can't stand it like that, but it works. Again, I love the way the suit is, the creases in it, like they've been moving in it, and one thing I think would be cool is if, and I don't think they would, if Hasbro would do another figure of these, but with the actual suits like out of the cloth and stuff. But I don't think they will do that, but it would be good if they did. And I remember I had the original ones of these from back in the 90s. The original ones of these were nothing like these ones. The original ones were really cheap looking, which is okay if you're a kid, but if you're a fully grown adult, then you're going to want something the caliber of this type looking thing. But yeah, absolutely love him, looks fantastic, and highly recommend him. And specifically, if you like the movie specifically, you would want these to kind of go with your kind of collection of movie figures that you've collected over the years. And I do think these are well worth it. Luckily with mine I've had no quality control issues so far. I mean, I've only reviewed this one so far, but well worth it, well worth the money. Again, you might still be able to get these, but they have been out for I think a year now, maybe a little bit less, so you might be able to get them, or you may not, I'm not sure. I think Pulse still has them, but I'm not sure whether they've got them in stock. So it's worth going and check Pulse, because they are, or they have been starting to bring a new line of figures out. So if they do have these in stock, now may be a good time to get them, because they're clearing their old stock, which means they're reducing the prices for the new wave of figures that are coming in, which, again, I've seen some of the new wave of figures and they just look phenomenal. But yeah, these are going to go really well with the rest of my display with my figures, although I have nowhere where I'm going to put them at the moment. I need to think about that. And I have got the whole set of these as well, but this is the first one I've reviewed so far. I have the two pink ones, Kimberly from the movie and first part of season 2, and then the second one I have is Kat, who did the rest of season 2, the whole of season 3. And also, back when the movie first came out, I remember seeing the movie being advertised on, I can't remember what channel it was on, but because obviously it was years ago. My ratings for these figures, or this one so far, and luckily with this one I've had no trolley QC issues. Sorry guys, tongue side. But this is my first one of these figures, so it remains to be seen whether I have or whether I haven't. But yeah, rating for this figure, 10 out of 10, absolutely love him. Very pleased I got him, which, to be honest, I was quite lucky I did, because remember when I first ordered these, I ordered them all together, and when they were all in the checkout, or in the basket, it kept flickering from sold out to in stock, from sold out to in stock. And the reason why it was doing that is because they were rapidly selling out. So I thought, shit, I better do this. So luckily I did it, and I got the whole set, which I'm very pleased about. Anyway, 10 out of 10 for these guys, or for this one. Highly recommended. That's bye-bye from Arran. I'll catch you in the next one.